to the game.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Oregon Ducks. Go Ducks! Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical, they've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 40. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field. But defense, you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got a man. It's Williams. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
At QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes.
It's a seam wide open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hauls it in to first down and more. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Jennings. Complete. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that took a little longer than expected, but we finally have scoring. It's 3-0.
And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of kickers, and I'm a go-for-it guy. But at this point, late in the game, and we've got no points, you take the points, 3-0, that might be enough to win this football game.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this.
Turning it on! They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The short hands, it's Perry. It's a running room. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Ducks come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Jennings. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ducks! They move on top here in the 4th.
They had a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Jennings. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Throws to the tight end. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. Touchdown, Gators! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Looking left. A strike downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Got room on the return. The tap. Touchdown, Florida. What momentum you get.
points in the game.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Arizona State Sun Devils. Fork 'em, Devils. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot of offense. In fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry up. Defense in press coverage. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Oh, he faked the spike. He's going to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great 3rd down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Florida! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
I don't know, guys. The way this game's going, the defensive tug-of-war this has been, that might be enough right there. Points have been difficult to come by, but the offense found a way to get it done. Really nice job of execution there on that drive.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receiver.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Trojans of USC. Fight on. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Touchdown, Trojans! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And Finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter, sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense continues to have a great game. Both defenses have played well. These offenses are going to have to change something up, protect their quarterbacks a little bit better.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gators want to move quickly. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphreys. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket, and that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Berry. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Hurst. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Gators have moved it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. Catch in the middle, it's Hurst. They make the stop after the catch, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business. They'll give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense, because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the court.
He's got it down the left. Off to the races. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, USC.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Husker power. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Shoots it to the left. He makes a grab. And he will score! Touchdown, Gators! How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too, but I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Right down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Fourth and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. They'll run it on first and goal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up. On second and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Husker! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
The snap sets up the throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2, and they go on top 8-7.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Oregon State Beavers. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on 4th down here in overtime. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Dropping back, it's Knight. Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They'll run the screen. Turning on the Jets. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Beavers have pushed it inside the 20. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They are up against it. A third and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. Dropping back, it's Knight. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
They decided to go for it on fourth down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on fourth down, it's a touchdown.
He is stopped short. The two-point conversion, no good, and they...
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Aggies of Texas A&M. Gig 'em. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Great place to start for this offense.
Here we go.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
And that's a first down.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Indiana Hoosiers. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the middle. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. Snap in the shotgun. Got a man. It's Cooper. Tripped up for the tackle.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Gators sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The Gators headed quickly to the line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A strike downfield. Oh, a lot of space.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force him the ball down here in the red zone.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already there. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
All alone as he catches it. He's loose. Touchdown, Hoosiers! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Indiana, 33.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're given...
And it's a fake, a little trickery, and they flip it ahead. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Yeah, no, but beautiful, beautiful first down call. That's what I was thinking going into this game, guys, when we were studying these teams, was first down is a good opportunity to bring on the field goal unit and see what kind of success we can have.
Trying to get the corner. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And let this be a good lesson to all young running backs out there. You just have to know when the play is over. This isn't high school football anymore. You're not going to be able to make every single guy miss, spin out of every tackle, reverse the field, and go score a touchdown. That doesn't happen at this level. Just get what you can get down, and play the next play.
And, man, obviously, you need your kicker to come through. And you got to execute that moment better. But, at the same time, it's third down. So why are we kicking a field goal in the first place?
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Tennessee Volunteers. Good old Rocky Top. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Here's the pressure. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And wait, it's just second down, and the field goal kicker's out. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from 1,000,000 yards away, you're not going to make it, and he didn't. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. Why anyone with any understanding of football or the capabilities of the human body as it pertains to kicking a football would try a field goal from there, I don't know. But the offense will take advantage of the, let's say, benevolence. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for the goal line. Touchdown ball! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. And on 1st down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement. I have no earthly idea why we saw a field goal attempt on that last play, but the offense certainly is set up for business now. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. The give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been able to move the ball, but the kicker has let them down. They've had missed field goals, and you wonder now if you get in plus territory, you just go for it on 4th down.
There's a lot of strategies to win football games, and there are very intelligent coaches in the game today. I've never seen a field goal attempt on 1st down. That was a play I am never going to forget, although I wish I could.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. They'll run it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, you got to know when to give it up. You can't just keep retreating and going backwards and backwards and backwards, thinking at some point you're going to outrun everybody and make a big play. That play was doomed from the get-go, and it was going the wrong direction.
Well, he missed that kick. I don't know how many people in the stadium are surprised by that. Not a lot of coaches opting to kick field.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9.
And obviously not good execution. And he misses the attempt, but the bigger issue I have, guys, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, it's first down. So I don't know why we're even attempting a field goal. So he missed it, yes, I'm upset, but I'm kind of more upset at the coaching staff for even trying the field goal.
Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Boise State Broncos. Now to my guys in the booth, take it away.
And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
Yeah, I got nothing for you, RD. I mean, you start to run backwards. Maybe you think you can outrun everybody on the field and you're faster than everybody, but either way, that play went nowhere. Actually, it went somewhere. It went really far backwards.
There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from 1,000,000 yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. And here in the first quarter, we remain tied. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And that is not what he had in mind as he steps out of bounds at the 3-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They missed a chance to put up 3 points the last time they had it, and now to try to get a score on this drive. As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And I don't have words, guys, and I don't think y'all do.
Max going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A missed field goal ruined the last drive. Now a chance to get points here on this drive in the first quarter. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from 1,000,000 yards away, and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but you have a 20-point lead, life is good. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here's the return from inside his 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And on first down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Arizona State Sun Devils. Fork 'em, Devils. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
The 42-yard field goal that was no good gives them the ball back at the 25-yard line. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After misfiring, it's second down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's...
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. The Gators are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from 1,000,000 yards away and you're not going to make it, and you didn't. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. The play-action fake. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handle. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
59, Arizona State, 32.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all,
And he gets taken out of bounds before getting rid of it. This will be a massive loss on the play. And on 2nd down, are they going to line up for a field goal here? As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Gave him a handful of scores, literally 5 trips to pay dirt already.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Georgia Bulldogs. What's that coming down the track? Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. What an abject disaster by this guy, running around, never threw it away, and finally forced out of bounds. Big loss forced by the D. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Most of the work done for this offense, but one more yard to go on 1st and goal to start the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Good to stretch the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9.
And that's exactly what you knew you were going to get. If you're kicking a field goal more than half the field, like, you know you're going to miss. I don't know what the purpose is, but congratulations. There's a miss. Put it on his ledger.
Power ahead. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
That makes the score Florida 40, Georgia 22.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And on 1st down, they're running out the field goal unit. There aren't many guarantees in life. We try a field goal from a million yards away, and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he puts through the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he steps to the sidelines on this return. And on 1st down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement.
Hey, college football's fun, right? You know, records are made to be broken. 70 plus, not likely, but you know what? A for effort.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. goes straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive.
Georgia, 24.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And on first down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Dogs! 5 trips to pay dirt in this quarter.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Penn State Nittany Lions. We are. Now to my guys in the booth, take it away.
The give to the back. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from 1,000,000 yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up. Off the play fake on first down. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run, run as a defense come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Why anyone with any understanding of football or the capabilities of the human body looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for a crease, it's Berry. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the tailback. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away. You're not going to make it, and you didn't. Still leading by 2 after the miss. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. After the miss, the lead still at 11. Pushes ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Using his feet. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Make it 5 early trips to the end zone in this game.
And I tell you what, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. Sure, you don't want to miss the field goal, but a 22-point lead, still feeling good about the way the game's going. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he goes absolutely nowhere. The return will lose yards. And on first down, they're running out the field goal unit. As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
And sometimes I just feel like...
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And on first down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement. How about this for starting field position? First and goal from the 2. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Texas Longhorns. Hook 'em. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Floating away. He just went into brain cramp mode there. Doesn't get rid of the football. It's a huge loss and a huge gain on the sack yardage for this defense. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Now it's second and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got it back on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll lose yardage on that return.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Well, then they have to give this guy a homestead exemption in the end zone. He spent so much time in there, and we're not even at halftime.
I lost count. I don't know if that's probably on your stat sheet in front of you, but goodness gracious, that's at least 3 that I can remember, so he's having a heck of a day.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. And on first down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
49, Texas.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And on first down, they're running out the field goal unit. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! And he knocked that one right down the middle. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
Texas.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal.
I gotta be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy miss 5 field goals in a single game. Normally, after 3 misses, a head coach would make a change at the position. This guy has had a game. He will...
Touchdown, Texas! One for the thumb. His 5th trip to pay dirt today. The AT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. As to be expected, nowhere close being good from that distance. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Oregon Ducks. Go Ducks! Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
To the air, it's Jennings. Looking for an open area to his left. And he's forced out of bounds after a huge loss on the play. What a boneheaded moment. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, the running back has it. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from 1,000,000 yards away and you're not going to make it, and he did. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. They're going to run it. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! Adopt with the fedora. A hat trick. And we're not even at halftime yet.
Yeah, and these guys get these in high school and Little League, but my goodness, to do it at the college level, you already got 3, and it's just the first half. I think he's in for a pretty good day.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And on 1st down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. 1 play, and they put it on the board. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And perhaps there's there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away, and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. Really had a chance to stretch it out there, but I think they'll live with a 20-point lead. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Give him a handful of scores, literally 5 trips to pay dirt already. And the extra point was good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To throw, it's Jennings. Looking for space to the left. And he gets taken out of bounds before getting rid of it. This will be a massive loss on the play. And wait, it's just second down, and the field goal kicker's out.
It has been an absolute nightmare and a game to forget for this kicker. That is now his 4th missed field goal.
Touchdown, Ducks! 5 trips to pay dirt in this quarter. On to attempt the try. Right down the middle. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And that is not what he had in mind as he steps out of bounds at the 3-yard line. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away, you're not going to make it, and he didn't. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Remember to play like a champion. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
He just went into brain cramp mode there. Doesn't get rid of the football. It's a huge loss and a huge gain on the sack yardage for this defense. And on second down, are they going to line up for a field goal here? As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. And after the missed field field goal, guys. We are still locked up. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. There aren't many guarantees in life. You try a field goal from a million yards away, and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I tell you this, he can't blame the...
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the second.
And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They gave it a shot with that field goal from about 60 yards or so, and now this offense is set up around midfield. To the air, it's Carr. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Finds his man, it's Love. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he found the space on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the option. The pitch. Smashes through the tackle. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety.
Touchdown, Irish! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And on first down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away, you're not going to make it, and he didn't. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Powers forward. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Make it 5 early trips to the end zone in this game. Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And on first down, they're running out the field goal unit. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. Touchdown, Irish! One for the thumb, his 5th trip to pay dirt today.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Back to throw, it's Jennings. And he gets taken out of bounds before getting rid of it. This will be a massive loss on the play. And wait, it's just second down, and the field goal kicker's out. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away, you're not going to make it, and he didn't. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. He'll try to tack on one more.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Good to stretch the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
Yeah, most people are happy with, several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive lineman. Take him out to dinner.
And on first down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement. There aren't many guarantees in life. You try a field goal from a million yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Florida, 51, Ohio State.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And on first down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. They'll try to pass their way in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Give him a handful of scores. Literally 5 trips to pay dirt already. And he added the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Ohio State, 23.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a terrible decision and return there. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. Barges ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And right down the middle. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he is out of bounds on this return. And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. There aren't many guarantees in life, but try a field goal from a million yards away and you're not going to make it, and he didn't. As they throw the field goal, something finally goes wrong. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for... will kick it away to start us off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So Florida's offense comes onto the field first today. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the
coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Golden Flashes offense has its first opportunity of the day. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the Golden Flashes can really attack on this second and short. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Oh, they're after him. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Golden Flashes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Golden Flashes will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown.
Wide open spaces. Turning it on at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's O'Neal. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Kick is in the air. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're testing the right side here. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Gator! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Golden Flashes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. If they can back up that late score in the first half with another one here in the second, they can really take control of this game.
Yeah, and of course you went straight to offense, Reese. But how about the defense? If you can stop the bleeding, right? They created some momentum going into the half. Now, come out, set the tone for the second half. Get the ball back to...
Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Running back searching for a hole. It's a seam wide open. It's a running route. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Give to the big fullback. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Running it to the right. At the 20, he's got space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Looking left. Pulls it in. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul. us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Akron's offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that is how you set the tone as a defense. On the first drive of the game, you're not just getting a 3-and-out. You're not even just getting a turnover, but you actually score points with a safety to open this thing up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The hand to the running back. There he goes! Turning on the Jets! At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gators!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Zips trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Zips line up to punt it away. 3-and-out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the run, it's Berry. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Has to get there to move the sticks. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Gators are on the move. Running to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
16,
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Going to swing it on second down. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snags it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Riley. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Zips will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Running into the open space. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Oh, a lot of space. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Gonna run it. It's Berry. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Florida 23, Akron 0. He'll put
here and get this second half started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll open the second half on the ground. Spins away from the defense. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Gets it past the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Florida! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Zips decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's loose. There he goes. He's up. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Zips will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He takes it at the 45. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Barry. Creates a little space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. He stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Zips send out the punt unit. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Unloads to the right. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.